Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So a couple of things on the cards here. First thing is we've got this divergence. So you can see we're on the 8-hour chart. See prices gradually moving up. You see there's the upper trend line there that we're testing again. And look at the oscillators. We kind of got a high there and a lower high at the moment. So we've got divergence in a consolidation pattern. So it is a bit of a wedge that is forming. You can see I've got the lines drawn in for you at the moment. So I'm a little bit skeptical to try and chase longs right at the top here. Granted, yesterday we had a pretty strong move to the upside. We'll look at that in the lower time frames. But for me at the moment, the simplicity of this is as follows. We are kind of top of wedge, top of range. So there's a lot of tops here, which is really concerning me. Oscillators are indicating we are very much overbought as well. And if you look at the 3-hour, don't really have diversions there, but we are grouping pretty solidly to an area where we need to be paying attention. So we do have CPI data coming out later today. Earnings is now pretty much over. There's a couple more earnings that are going up until Thursday, so been a pretty good earnings season, but it just seems like we're running out of steam and we're just stumbling to get direction. Now, there's just too many economic indicators at the moment that are pointing to the fact that we are in a bubble. We need to have some sort of correction, and there's so much noise around that at the moment. But it doesn't seem like that anybody's paying attention to it. But I think there are people paying attention to it, and this is really, as I said yesterday, a situation of where people are getting sucked in, and the longs are just getting sucked in, and we need to wait for some of the dividends payouts before we see some unwinding of some stocks, and that's probably going to start the slide to the downside. So that's kind of the structure that we've got at the moment. This move yesterday was pretty much, I suppose that bar there breaking the trend line was the one that we're looking for. We were grouped nicely to the downside as well, double bottom, so moved to the upside. Consolidation at the moment, so this is an area we need to pay attention to, 35,234, but there is another area as well, and that is, I'm just going to put it in the middle here, is this area here, and that is 35,189. Now I just want to see what kind of gaps we have, if any, on the way up. I seem to remember there were a few. Doesn't look like there's one right the way down there. So there is a gap right there. You can see that bar closed, gapped up to the open, and then moved. So that gap is in play. There's more than likely 5-minute gaps or even lower time frame gaps in this move up as well. Yeah, there's another one. There's two. So there's one there and there's another one there, and there's one all the way down here as well. So yeah, gaps are magnets. Bear that in mind. Doesn't matter what time frame they're on, even as low as the 1 minute. But and that's something that you just need to pay attention to. So for me, looking for pullbacks, but the pullback I'm looking for is a little bit deeper than what we're getting on offer at the moment. So I think if we can get a deeper pullback somewhere onto one of these tails here, so either this area, let's just put a level there, so we've got it. Okay, so somewhere between 35,189 and 35,166. Once you have pullback onto structure there, then down to the 15-minute charts should give you an opportunity to find some structure. Get in long, tight stop right below the structure, and then you're looking to target this area here again around 35,260. So that's kind of the structure that I see at the moment. It is the data that we're waiting for, which is the CPI data, could be a catalyst to drive us in down pretty much. I don't think it'll be a catalyst for driving it up, but if that data is a little bit shaky, then I think you're probably going to have a bit of a sell-off coming. So yeah, very difficult to call. I think the best advice I can give at the moment is just sit on hands and wait for the data, see what happens. Technically we're in an uptrend. We should be trading this uptrend until it's no longer an uptrend. So keep emotions out of it and just pay careful attention to what's going on. Don't listen to the noise. Be careful. Granted, that is something you need to do. Be very careful. But don't assume that this is the top and that you're going to cash in on a massive slide to the downside, because you'll get burnt that way. So trade with the trend until it's no longer an uptrend, and that's kind of what you're waiting to see. And for as long as it's making higher highs like it's done here and higher lows, this is in an upward trend. That's pretty much as simple as that. Anyway, guys, that's it for me at the moment. I'm sitting on hands. I'll wait for the data before we look at this again. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.